SubaruSteve Montgomery, here I am. Wherever I go, there I am. And right now, here I am. I'm at the Botanical Gardens in Norfolk, right next to the Norfolk, Virginia Beach International Airport. I'm actually all the way back in the Botanical Gardens in what they call the Rose Garden. And I'll give you a turnaround view of that. And what I'm noticing right now is as the sun comes out, these roses are opening up. It's amazing. I've been here about 20 minutes and I'm looking around and I'm going, well, those roses weren't that bright. I'll show you that once we get to that point. Welcome, everybody. How are you all? Yes, it's time for, thank goodness it's Friday weekend trip. And I don't know about you because I don't know about you, but I feel good. I feel good. I knew that I would. I feel good. I knew that I would. It's so good. It's so good. I got you. Wow. Anyways, okay, let's get started here. We are going to have a little bit of fun here this morning, folks. I hope so. I'm going to talk about some things for you. But first, as we get started, let me point out to you that this is the daily facts, right? With all the facts, it's fit to print. At least I found it fit to print when I typed this up this morning and printed it on a yellow piece of paper. Today, first, we're going to start with your fact of the day. I guess you should, is that better? The fact of the day for September 12th. Your fact of the day is it's windy. In the last 4,000, can you read that? Yeah, last 4,000 years, no animals have been domesticated. Really? I wonder what was the last animal that was domesticated? Anybody, you fact checkers out there? Can you find out what was the last animal to ever be domesticated? Would have been around 4,000 years ago. And I wonder what animals could be domesticated today, 4,000 years after the last animal was domesticated. Yeah, whatever, right? Okay. But listen, it is your fact of the day. It is to you, the viewer, regardless of the wind today here at the, man, I smell roses everywhere. It smells so good in the rose garden here at the Norfolk Botanical Gardens. But listen, this fact is to you, the viewer, from me, SubaruSteve. Today is Friday, September 12th. Thank goodness it's the weekend, right? Let's have a little weekend prep. Top 4 things to do here in Virginia Beach. Fun for locals and you too. Yeah, that's a fact, Jack. And before we get started, I did create a new desk. I got 2 quotes for you today. I'm going to start with the one that I didn't type out because I typed out a different one. But then I saw this one and I said, this is pretty cool. I gotta quote Dolly Parton on this one. And Dolly says, read it here with me if you will, because I don't have it on my notes. The way I see it, if you want the rainbow, you got to put up with the rain. Wow, if you want to see the rainbow, you got to put up with the rain, right? Most people do. Anyways, that's what that was about. Throw that into my pocket. And yeah, and now from the desk of Who Said What? Yeah, that's right. I've got a desk now. I call it the Who Said What desk. And who said this? You ready? Pay attention. I want to be remembered for my faith that would be the most important thing. And the most important thing in my faith is life. I'm going to read that again. I want to be remembered for for my faith that it would be the most important thing. And the most important in my faith is life. I don't know if you hear that jet or not, but that's what you're hearing if you hear it. The answer is Charlie Kirk said that, a believer in the 4 F's, as I've coined them, the 4 F's of living life in this order: faith first, always faith first, family second, and that's all your family. Third, friends, people who aren't your family, they're your friends, right? And then finances. If you put them in that order, you don't have to worry about any of them. And you know, I like to think Charlie Kirk was taken away from us in a blink of a moment, and in a blink of a moment, he was in heaven. And I'd like to talk about him for just a second. He was only 31 years old, right? Figured he got out of college at 22, 23, 24. Maybe he's still pursuing master's degrees and such, but at 31, what an impact he made, not just here in the United States, but the world. The world, yeah. Anyways, share with me, if you will, for just a moment. Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. Moment of silence for you, sir. All right. All right. So, listen, if you like what I'm doing here or what I'm trying to do here, maybe you can help me do it better. I would welcome that. Consider joining our tribe. It's right there. Commenting, liking, sharing, subscribing. And if you want, visit the SubaruSteve.com website, but be careful. That's a very deep rabbit hole all about me going into space. Yeah, I love the daily facts because it's foldable. Always, I'm going to create facts origami. Is that right? Origami? I think. I thought it was caliente, meaning hot in Spanish on the radio station, and my last writer just said it's caliente. So I'm learning. I'm still learning. Every day I learn something new. All right, let's talk about the top 4 things to do, what fun locals are having in Virginia Beach, and you can too. Just because the summer seems like it's over, September in Virginia Beach, fall just 9 days away, and you're thinking about visiting Hampton Roads and Virginia Beach, well, here are the top 4 things locals and you can do year round here in Virginia Beach. You see, we're more than just a beautiful resort, Virginia Beach. More than just a beautiful resort beach. Yeah, in Virginia Beach. You got it. Here's the first thing I listed on my top 4, right? Open daily, free to visit the town center of Virginia Beach. Many people think town center of Virginia Beach is at the ocean front. No, no, no. It's a little inland, about 10 miles, right? But a modern urban hub with a variety of shops, fine dining restaurants, and entertainment. For shopping, dining, and strolling, and much more, come on down to the Virginia Beach Town Center. Check out the Sandler Center for the Performing Arts and the Funny Bone Comedy Club. Always there's a headliner there almost every night of the week. Or maybe you're not into going to the center of Virginia Beach proper. Why not visit the Military Aviation Museum? Yeah, to see one of the world's most extensive collections of military aircraft from the World Wars and the Korean War. I've been there a couple of times. And let me tell you, they have dinosaurs outside of the Aviation Museum. Kind of weird. You're pulling into the Aviation Museum. There's all these dinosaurs out there. Really cool. Great family activity you can do I want to say year round, definitely every weekend, right? Or, now this is cool. I've done this many times with my grandson. You can check out the Hunt Club Farm. Yeah, where you and your family can enjoy a variety of farm experiences, including pony rides, a petting zoo, cow cuddling. I don't know about cuddling with a cow, and a parakeet aviary that will blow your minds as you feed hundreds of parakeets inside their enclosure. Yeah, I'm inside this little enclosure, except it would be screened off, and it's about 3 times as big as this. And literally, you get little sticks with birdseed on it, and you get those and you hold them up, and the parakeets will land all over you to eat those. It's really incredible. That's at the Hunt Club Farm. If you've never checked them out, go check them out. They got a tree course. They got all kinds of stuff for kids out there. And maybe you're into something a little more physical. I couldn't do this now. I'm 67. I could do it now if I wanted to bad enough. I could absolutely do it. And coming down is the easier part, right? Climb the historical Cape Henry Lighthouse, which will provide the most beautiful and unique panoramic views of the Chesapeake Bay and the Atlantic Ocean. Yeah, Cape Henry Lighthouse. There's actually 2 lighthouses at Fort Story. The Cape Henry Lighthouse is the historical one. You can walk all the way up to the top and then take your time coming down. Nice, cool walk down. But you'll find that you really are going to enjoy that kind of stuff. All right, now we're going to move on to something fun and wrap this up. I got to get back to work. I got to get over to the airport. I am destined to pick up my next rider, which could be you. Yeah. Okay, let's see. What we're going to do now, we're going to do the pick your gift special, right? I don't need to keep this out anymore because we're moving right on into it. In fact, let me turn this box over and I will prepare to leave as we are wrapping this up, right? Do I feel good? Wow, I feel good. All right, I'll drink the soda back at the car. This is pick your gift, folks. Here, let me turn the light on it. There we go. This is pick your gift, right? And all you have to do is tell me how much money is in this envelope. When I say, right, when I say those 3 words, then you tell me how much you think is in here. It's anywhere from $1 to $100. And if you've been paying attention, you know how much it was a couple days ago. I've increased the amount, and I'm gonna read it what I got here. Let's see. Read it what I got. What I got is where you, the viewer, need only to select the dollar amount in the pick your gift envelope. That's right here, right? Just be the first to guess the correct dollar amount during this live stream, and it's yours. It will be revealed at the end of this live stream with a hope and a prayer that you too might become a subscriber. You don't need to be, but it'd be cool if you did. And I have to warn everybody, there's a bee right here thinking about landing on me and stinging me. Oh, good, he's over there. It's a wasp, actually. And I love to be interrupted by creatures that can sting you. But listen, warning, if the amount reaches 90 or more, it just may reset, starting all over again. All right. So I'm about to tell you. I'll give you a clue. It's going to be between 2 and 99. How's that? All right, let's see. Let me turn this around and point it down. There we go. Now I can see nobody's watching. Cool. That means I'm going to make my money. Nobody's going to get it. It's going to go up like that jet right there going up, up and away on TWA. Look, here's a rose garden. We're still doing this. Don't guess yet. See the rose garden? I'll show you better when we get up. All right, let's end this thing. Doesn't look like anybody's watching. I got to be honest. I have my doubts about do I want to keep doing this or not because it's not that fun to do it to myself. Well, it is right now because nobody's getting the monies in here. Pick your gift. You got 7 seconds to tell me. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Have a great Friday and a great weekend. Let's see how much was in there. Had you guessed? Anything else in there? No. Had you guessed 20, 40, 50, $55? $55 could have been yours for watching. And hey, listen, I tried. I tried my best, right? Right. So that back in the envelope, I'll have to remember to add more to that the next time I show that envelope, right? Okay. Now, I think I'm mobile here now. Let me put the little legs up. All right. Get that down a little. And we're gonna head back up to the car. This is the Rose Garden Boar, right? Given in memory of Marcia Weinberg by Mr. and Mrs. Alexander von Osberg. And I just heard Alexander von Osberg with love from her grandchildren, even more of the benches. You know, Marcel and Virginia, I wonder if they were friends or not. And in loving memory. Yeah. But this is the Rose Garden, folks. I'm going to do a quick, let you take a look. Those flowers were not that vibrant when I first got here. But even though we're heading into fall and, you know, the main bloomages, is that right? Is that the word, bloomage? The main bloomages have subsided. I wonder, is bloomage a word? Bloomage. I like making up my own words. I made up the word decadal. Decadal is I'm in my 6th decade of living. Or was it my 7th? My first decade was 1 to 10 or 0 to 10. My second decade were my teen years. My third decade was my 20s. So if I'm in my 60s, I'm in my 7th decade. And I like to tell people you cannot experience life like I am until you've lived your 7 decades. Yeah. Look, the Garden of Tomorrow is being built way back here. So beautiful out here, folks. If you have not gotten down to the Norfolk Botanical Gardens, the crowds are gone. It's just peaceful back here. There's things to be seen, things to see, places to walk. I was, turn around this way, I was over that hill, right up that way. You see a little tree up on that hill there? Anyways, that's where I was at. And you can actually look down. There's a guy out there taking photos at the runway in the airport right there. You see the construction they're doing at the Norfolk Airport. Yep. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna zoom up on the guy on the hill in front of me. Let's see how this works because I'm way out here. Flip the camera, flip the script, and let's zoom in on him. See him up there? Look, here he is. Could be my brother-in-law, Bill Crumpleman. One thing I've learned is that people who take photos are very, very patient, waiting for that perfect shot. And I complain about doing what I do, right? All right, folks. Check me out, SubaruSteve.com. If you get a chance, subscribe to the channel if you're so inclined. I'd love to see you make it all happen. You'll have a great day. High-fiving out from the beautiful resort city of Virginia Beach, Virginia, and Norfolk. I am SubaruSteve Montgomery, reminding you, make somebody else smile. It really doesn't hurt. It might take a couple minutes of your time, but you just might feel good in the process. Have a great one. High-fiving out. I am SubaruSteve Montgomery. Dun, 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 dun. Is that a wrap? Dun, 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 dun. That's a wrap. Dun, 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 dun.